Today we're going to review the House of Hez. Yes, we're talking Hez Parfums. Who dat? How's everybody doing? My name is Derek and you're watching A Fragrance State of Mind. So as previously stated in the title of this video and also in the beginning of this video, we are going to be reviewing the House of Hez. Here's the special thing about Hez Parfums that really resonates with me, okay? And that is that I am from New Orleans, and New Orleans has a very special place in my heart. My family lives in New Orleans. I studied in New Orleans. I studied the art of culinary, and I learned about the most amazing, vibrant, eclectic food that you would ever eat in your entire life. The culture, the voodoo scene, the beautiful sort of like atmosphere of New Orleans. It can be one of the most amazing, beautiful, absolutely engaging places you could ever visit, as well as one of the seediest, most grimy places you will ever visit. I remember prior to 2005 when I first moved there, they actually had motels that rented by the hour. And my sort of naive, childlike brain was telling me, oh, so that means like businessmen can catch a nap in between flights? Yeah, that was my thinking. Like I said, New Orleans is a beautiful, creative place that really inspires artists and empaths and, has this amazing just culture of art and music, and just the food is so amazing. It's just an amazing place, and my heart and soul are with New Orleans. And the one thing that's amazing about Hez is that he is also inspired by New Orleans. Most of these fragrances are actually inspired by the sort of culture and the lifestyle, as well as the atmosphere that the beautiful city in Louisiana inspires. And that's why this house really attracted me. And at one point I reached out to Hez and I said, hey man, I would love to try these scents. And he did send me these bottles, and I will be honest with you, I was not expecting him to send me full-size bottles, but he did, and I am so blessed that he did, because I am going to wear the hell out of these bottles. And the one great thing is, I love every single one of them. There's literally not one scent that he sent me that I don't love. Mind you, he has given me no money to do this review. He didn't send the bottles, but every person that sends me a bottle has the understanding that I'm gonna give my honest review. I do not mess around. I don't just hype things up for the sake of it. I'm gonna let you know exactly what I enjoy. That way, hopefully you guys can decide what you might like as well. But as I always tell people, you do not wanna try before you buy. So if you guys can get your hands on a discovery set, I definitely try that first, because as I said, not all of these are gonna be right for everyone. So you're definitely gonna wanna head over to Hez's website and try a discovery set. Once again, not sponsored, just want to send him some support, because he's honestly an amazing guy, and he's not some big brand out there trying to push, thousands of bottles. He literally is a small business. He literally is the perfumer of his business, and all of these fragrances are small batch crafted. So you definitely want to go and check these out before they're gone. All right, so let's get to the review. Hold on a second. Before I get into this review, I have to sort of summon my alter ego, might I say. Me doing this review as a true New Englander from Lake Winnebago. Anyway, so me trying to do this review as Derek, the New Englander from Lake Winnipesaukee, I'm gonna do this review and channel my inner New Orleans Southern boy. So, as I can right now, I'm going to channel my inner alter ego, DJ from Jefferson Parish. How y'all doing, baby? My name's DJ, and I'm from Jefferson Parish, and Derek told me that I gotta review these Hez Parfums. We're gonna see if they got that New Orleans vibe, you know what I'm saying? So let's see what we got here. A little full, by the way. I just had a big bowl of red beans and rice and a little bit of gumbo. So y'all, I got right here some caramel elixir. These bottles is buku crazy, you know what I'm saying? I got a real beautiful artwork, Reminds me of them artists down in Jackson Square. So this is caramel elixir, and it's got the fleur de lis right there. Hold on. This one smells like food, like a gourmand scent, you know what I'm saying? Like a real gourmand kind of vibe. It's got that, it's got that real beautiful like caramel mixed with some coffee, and I don't know if I smell chicory, but it definitely has a coffee vibe, a little bit of spice, and just a really gorgeous, almost boozy accord. It's like boozy, a little bit caramel, a little bit coffee. Oh, this is gorgeous, man. This one is really nice. If I'm gonna rate this one, I'm giving this one a 7.5. Who dat? Now this one we got here is a 504. If you don't know what 504 is, that's the area code of New Orleans. Oh, that one smelled like Audubon Park, you know what I'm saying? That smell like the trees, the wet earth. That's beautiful, man. That's gorgeous. So that one smelled like wet earth, kind of like, you know, the trees and the musky kind of like dense. This one smelled like the dense condensation that you get in New Orleans, you know, on a hot day. You got that sort of like wet earth, kind of like green, you know, the vibe of the outside, like if you imagine what the wooded areas, not the city, but more like the wooded areas. You know what I mean? That's what this one smelled like to me. Oh, I like this one. This is beautiful. Woo! This one might be on the challenging side for some people, maybe not so wearable for a lot of people, but this is one you're gonna wear for yourself if you wanna smell and really reminisce about what New Orleans is. So I think 504 is absolutely perfectly aligned with this line. When it goes into all these scents, you got the Gourmand over here. You got this one, which is more that earthy vibe. If you like that sort of natural nature vibe, that's what this one's going to give you. And it's definitely going to transport you to the 504. So this one, I'm going to go ahead and give a 7.8. Who dads? I love me some beignets and a coffee and chicory. And this one right here, Cafe Beignet. Oh my God. You know what that one reminds you of, right? This is Cafe Du Monde, baby. Even got the coloration right there. And this one looks like the top over the Cafe Du Monde, you know what I'm saying? If you ever been there, you can't wear a black shirt like I'm wearing because you're gonna get covered in that powdered sugar. Ooh, dang, son. This one smells just like the donuts, you know, with that powdered sugar. You can smell the coffee vibe in it. Ooh, this is another good Gourmand one, man. This is gorgeous, man. Cafe Beignet is a beautiful Cafe Du Monde style fragrance. If you want to smell like gorgeous fresh fried donuts covered in a sweet ass powdered sugar and that beautiful dark coffee and chicory, this is the one for you, baby. 8.1. Who dads? This one's called Blue Dog, man. So when I actually wore Blue Dog today. So I don't know the story behind this. I'd be curious if Hez could fill me in on the story behind Blue Dog. But the Blue Dog really is what it says it is, which is that blue style fragrance. Now, a lot of people mistaken blue as a soapy kind of clean fragrance. You do get that from this. It's got some a little bit citrus in the top. But here's the thing, as it dries down, you get this gorgeous kind of like, almost like a little bit of floral creaminess that dries down and becomes this beautiful, you know, you got the citrus, the florals, the bit of creaminess, a little bit of powdery in the base. Really gorgeous. Also super light. Not something that's going to hyper project or be super strong, but this is absolutely beautiful. And let me tell you something now. This stuff will last a really long time, even if you ain't smelling it. Let me tell you, it does pull close to the skin. It's a softer fragrance, which makes it perfect for going to church, or if you're going to buy some nice jewelry off of Oscar in the French market. This is the one you want to get, baby. This one is a 9.1. Who dads? Now this one reminds me of my Aunt Sandra. She actually passed away a couple years ago. But this one is Muses. And let me tell you, when I was a boy, I used to go to my Aunt Sandra's house, and she had neighbors, a lot of really close friends of hers, that would dress up like these kind of like clown jester vibe, you know? And they had all sorts of costumes in their house, and they would wear this type of stuff. You know, they throw beads off the floats during Mardi Gras, and these are what you see during Mardi Gras, baby. And this reminds me of that kind of vibe. This has that soft, oh, beautiful, oh, a little bit sweet, a little bit almost candy-like, but also in a really nice creamy way. Really soft vibe. Like I said, this one ain't gonna be something that's gonna super project, but it's gonna sit really nice on the skin, and it's beautiful. By the way, all these are super perfectly unisex. This one does feel a bit more on the feminine side, which makes sense because what Hez told me was that his wife actually made this. And what I found out is that his wife is almost as good of a genius as he is. Actually, I would say maybe she's a bit more of a genius than he is. But we ain't got to tell her all that, yo. I'm going to tell you right now, this is absolutely beautiful. This is one that you have to try from the House of Hez, because it's not one that you're going to expect, you're going to love until you spray it on and you'll be like, oh my God, that stuff smells amazing. Like I said, perfectly unisex, may lean a bit more feminine, but if you got some bravado and you know who you are inside as a man, this one is going to work beautifully off of you. Let me tell you something. This one right here gets a 9.6. Who dads? This one is the one that I seen an ad for on Facebook a long time ago, and I said, yo, I got to try that one because, yo, I love Bourbon Street. Now, here's the thing about Bourbon Street a lot of people don't realize. They see it on New Orleans, you know, they see New Orleans on TV and they say, oh, Bourbon Street, that place looks fun. You know, people showing anyway, here's the thing about Bourbon Street. It looks cool, it looks fun, looks like a party street, you know what I'm saying? But here's a problem with Bourbon Street, okay? When you go on Bourbon Street, what are people doing? They doing this. And another thing that's real difficult is there ain't a lot of bathrooms. So when you turn on the Bourbon Street, you're gonna smell a little bit of pee-pee and the poo-poo and the vomit and all that stuff. That's something you have to expect when you visit New Orleans. It is a party street, okay? Which means it smells like a party all the time. The one I get about Bourbon Street by Hez is, this does not remind me of the actual street itself. This reminds me of like the little, like when you walk into a really nice upscale nightclub or one of them little boutiques where they got sort of like the apothecary type stuff and all that. That's what this reminds me of. I get almost like this leather vibe, a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of fruitiness, maybe some plum or something sweet, you know, maybe fig. I'm not really sure what the notes are. Once again, I didn't look at the notes. There's so many bottles here and I can't remember all the damn notes. But this one definitely has a leathery vibe, something fruity. Really beautiful, man. This one is absolutely gorgeous. And for some reason, I don't know what part of my brain that is triggering, but it definitely reminds me of Bourbon Street. It reminds me of just being in New Orleans and going through the different shops and the clubs and everything. It just has this unique sort of New Orleans style smell that only people that are from New Orleans will really understand, or if you visited it and you spend a good amount of time in New Orleans, you will definitely understand what this vibe is giving you. This is an absolute easy wear. As a matter of fact, they all are. Maybe except for the exception of 504, which once again, I love 504 in its own right because it brings me back to New Orleans. But that one I would say is the most artistic out of all of them. As far as the rest go, they are all super easy wears. But once again, you're definitely gonna wanna try them before you buy them. So head over to Hez's website and definitely get yourself a discovery set. That's all I got for you. And I'm gonna let Derek finish this video out. Anyway, hope y'all have a wonderful day. It's been a lot of fun. And I had buku bottles to review, you know what I mean? So we got through it. Let's get it over to Derek. That was crazy. So thank you, DJ, for doing that review for me, man. That was took a load off of me, man. Anyway, hey, thank you guys for watching so much. I appreciate you guys engaging in this video. It's nice when you guys leave a comment once in a while. It's even nicer when you like the video. And it's even nicer when you subscribe. So I'm not gonna ask you to do that, but you know what you gotta do. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all. Once again, thank you, Hez, for giving me this amazing experience and continuing to do what you do. And I'm so excited to smell the rest of your fragrances because they absolutely bring me back to New Orleans and sort of bring out the little bit of DJ in me. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful day. Always look good, feel good, and smell good. And as always, have a fragrant state of mind.
Yeah. Smell good. Yeah. Yeah.